We'll call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Mrs. Hurst? Absent. Attorney Murphy?
Present.
Ms. Naylor?
She is ill. Latonia, we hope you're feeling better soon, and we're awaiting Ms. Hurst and Ms. Perez to call in too. Go ahead, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Gresham?
Present.
Ms. Perez?
Again, we're waiting to call in.
Mr. Collins?
Here.
Mayor Sarno?
Present. Can we all please rise for a moment of silence on behalf of all the families who have lost loved ones, especially with the COVID-19. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to
the republic for which it stands,
One day.
God, liberty and justice for all.
This is, I believe, sort of another historic first or night for the city of Springfield. Again, we used the Chair Chris Collins' dad, Ed Collins, chairman of the school committee, 1950 gavel, and I believe we're either one of the first or one of the first in the Commonwealth to hold, besides meetings, but a public hearing that we're going to hold on the budget. I'm very thankful for the efforts of Lieutenant Warwick, Pat Roach, and his team, what they put forward. Of course, Vice Chair Chris Collins, longtime chair of our budget committee. I also want to thank my city solicitor / IT specialist, Eddie Pakula, who's been very helpful in getting school committee meetings going, getting city council meetings going, park commissions ready. Thank you to you. And the last thing I'll say before I turn it over to Vice Chair Collins for some opening comments is that my wife, Carla's birthday today. So happy and healthy birthday, dear. With that, happy birthday, Carl. I will turn it over to Vice Chair Collins.
Thank you, Ed. So just so that we have it on the record, all of our members are participating remotely in order to stay along with the governor's distancing guidelines. In a moment, you're going to see a screen come up. I'm going to see a slide come up on the screen for any members of the public who are watching. There it is. And if you would like to call in and talk to the committee about the budget, you will follow these procedures that you see on the screen in front of you. So for now, we're going to take about a 4 to 5 minute recess, giving people a chance to call, and then we will reconvene and get a brief overview from our CFO, the superintendent. I'll turn it over to the superintendent, and I believe he'll have the CFO do a brief overview of the budget, and then to answer any questions that come forward.
Is there a motion to go into a very, very short recess and then come back? Is there a motion, please? So moved. So moved. Vice Chair, second.
Yeah,
Second.
everything has to go.
Every vote has, okay, so virtual, okay, that's a new thing now, so we have to do everything, I believe, has to be roll call. Motion was made by Vice Chair Collins, I believe was seconded by Attorney Peter Murphy. Madam Clerk, please call the roll. Again, it's just for a brief recess to allow our viewers to be able to call in with questions and or comments. Madam Clerk.
Ms. Hurst? Absent. Attorney Murphy?
Yes.
Ms. Naylor? Absent. Gresham?
I don't think she, Ms. Gresham, I don't think she. Barbara?
Yes, I didn't hear. Yes.
Ms. Perez? Absent. Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Mayor Sarno?
Yes, more than sufficient vote. This matter passes. We're going to a short recess and we'll come back to give our viewing public the opportunity to follow and see what the guidelines are. So we're going to recess. Thank you.
I think that's not bad.
think
Now
we
you can do it.
Okay. We'll call the meeting back in session. Madam Clerk, if you could also note that the school committee woman Denise Hurst has joined us also. Hi, Denise. You and your family doing? They're on mute. They're on.
Yeah, Brendan's in.
Okay.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you all?
Hey, Denise.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Denise.
Hello, everyone.
So we should be all set then.
Yep, I think you can,
I'm going to turn it over to Superintendent Warwick for the budget presentation, and CFO Patrick Roach, and then obviously school committee members if they might have any questions.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll start by framing it. We put our budget together based on the governor's budget, which was presented, of course, before this crisis. It's the best information we have at this time and put our budget forward. We allocated all the extra dollars, the Student Opportunity Act dollars, to each school on a per pupil basis, and that was built into their budgets. We built this understanding that the economic environment now is very interesting, and we put contingencies in should there be cuts in the budget, but we have a budget to present that's a balanced budget based on the best information we have right now. Pat and I met with all the teams out of each division. We looked at making up to 3% cuts at central office, but at every school we added to their budget in general funds, plus added the Student Opportunity Act. So it's a very pro-student budget with the allocated funds all going for extra services at the school, such as extra intervention teachers, counselors, etc. Pat can fill in the details for us now.
Mayor, I'm going to ask them to put the call-in information back on while we'll be able to hear each other, but I want the public to have that information back up. Matt's talking.
Yes. CFO Roach, Patrick, please.
Pat, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
You're on mute, Pat.
You're on mute.
Thank you.
There you go. That's a lot better.
The general fund budget that will be voted on is $479,205,459. That represents a 5.9% increase from last year. And as the superintendent said, it's based on the governor's budget and the extra Student Opportunity Act funds that the governor included in his budget. Obviously, with everything going on and the economic crisis that's going on, what we have is the best information that's out there right now. However, we do have a plan B and C in case revenue numbers come in lower. I think that our plan is come the fall, whenever the final numbers are out, we'll make an amendment and do everything accordingly. But as Attorney Murphy has pointed out in the past, yes, we have come up with contingency plans in case revenue comes in lower than what we're thinking. We have everything in place. Along with the Student Opportunity Act funds that went out to the schools and that the schools were able to hire the intervention teachers and counselors, that they crafted their own plans for their schools. We also expanded City Connect's wraparound services again, and we are converting 300 half-day preschool seats to full-day preschool seats. So that's 3 years in a row that we've continued to expand our full-day preschool seats so that we can meet our goal of offering full-day pre-K to all 4-year-olds. That pretty much sums up the budget.
And once again, Mayor, the full budget has been online for a number of days, so people could read through it in case they had any questions.
And again, I want to commend Superintendent Warwick and Chris Collins, Pat Roach, and his team and school committee on putting on a good budget in challenging times. And we've heard across the state how the investment we made a few years ago in the laptops is paying dividends then. And just late today, we received word from Governor Lieutenant Governor Desi, Conservatory of the Arts received a nice award and shout out. We appreciate that. So I don't know if there's any public calls in? I know usually we word public calls, we usually don't interject.
There have not been any as of yet. I'm suggesting that I set a timer and give people a couple of more minutes,
Yes.
just in case. And anyone who's out there and viewing, the information to call in is on the screen if you'd like to call in and speak to the school committee and ask a question on the budget.
And I believe as we've done before, this is really to hear the public. We really don't go into the question portion from the school committee members. This is statutorily always done. So to whoever is viewing, we deeply appreciate it. And if you do have any questions or comments, we'd like to hear from you. But Vice Chair Collins indicates we'll give it a little bit of time. And if not, we'll go.
Just to elaborate on what Pat said, since we've got a moment here. Each school has separated their regular from the anticipated monies, additional monies that may have come in this year through the state budget, and they have done their plans so that they can move forward if none of those monies have to come in. So they are planning two different ways. There's a message in the message board here that says, we called the number twice and is it working?
That's from Melinda testing the line.
Okay.
So she says the line is definitely working.
So they just called in to test it, to make sure it was working. So we do know that it's working. Thank you for that effort.
We appreciate the public's patience. This is all new, especially me. But my other colleagues are very technologically savvy.
Well, we did give an additional couple of minutes, Mayor. I think we probably set.
And say again, anybody watching, if you want to call in with any questions or comments, this is the last call. If not, then the questions will conclude the public hearing. Let me just ask Attorney Phelps for the record. Vice Chair Collins, do you have something?
Sure. Attorney Phelps, I see on my message that there are no calls waiting. Can you indeed verify that verbally?
Yeah, yes, and I tested a number twice, and the receptionist did pick up the phone on both occasions, so I know the line is working. So it appears that there have not been any calls from any members of the public seeking input to the budget hearing.
Thank you, Attorney Phelps.
So Brendan is suggesting to read the number out out loud once.
Okay, the call number is 1-800-966-2820 to sign up. And then you would call, okay.
That's all the number. That's all they.
That's all. Okay. And then they follow the script. Say again, 1-800-966-2820. Eddie, we start our day in the morning here, we end our day in the evening here. Okay, Attorney Phelps, any takers?
No, I'll check with the receptionist just as a last double, triple check. One moment.
Vice Chair Council, this is normally when we have the very early public. It's not
As of, what, 5:55, there have been no calls.
okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Vice Chair Collins, second.
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 Seconded by I guess in these situations, we have to call roll call. So a roll call vote is required Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Hurst,
Yes.
Attorney Murphy,
Yes.
Ms. Naylor, absent. Ms. Gresham,
Yes.
Ms. Perez, absent. Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Mayor Sarno.
Yes, more than sufficient votes. This matter passes. We wish everybody viewing and your families good health, and we will see you all tomorrow evening back here for a regularly scheduled school committee meeting.
And just for point of information, Mr. Mayor, there, no one signed up 48 hours in advance to speak out, so there will not be a speak out session tomorrow.
We're following all of the statutory rules. Thank you, everybody, and stay healthy. That concludes the meeting. Good evening, and thank you for watching.
Thank you,
Take
everyone.
care, guys.